No one can make decisions for you. It's up to you to choose between what's right and wrong. Hello everyone and welcome back to Friendeavor. I hope you're all having an amazing week. Today we're talking about choices, and ultimately we're talking about righteousness, being right, doing what's right. So up to a certain age, your parents pretty much dictate what goes on in your life. Like, yes, you have free will, but overarchingly what you do, where you go, who you talk to, who you hang out with, up to a certain point that is determined by your parents. But you hit a certain age where it's all on you. You get to make choices, you get to go where you want, and this happens at different times for everybody. And then obviously people who are well into adulthood, you know what this is like, but maybe you have forgotten what it's like to have someone tell you what to do and how to do it. So when you hit that threshold, that age, you realize that I can do whatever I want. I could say whatever I want. No one's gonna tell me no, or that's wrong, or whatever. Thing is, they could tell you no, and it could be embarrassing, it could be awkward. Ultimately, it's up to you to be righteous, to choose what is right. It's not always an easy thing to navigate. It's not always an easy thing to determine. It like I said, it ultimately rests in your hands. I mean, the scripture says the power of life and death is in the tongue. So not only what you say, like the classic gossip, judgment. I was looking over at the survey. If you haven't taken the friendship survey, please, I'd love to see it. Link in our Instagram bio. I think I have it linked in the description below. If not, I will link it. Anyways, it's open to anyone, so whatever. But majority of people, when they put in the what's a red flag in friendship, they put gossip, judgment, that kind of thing. So it's up to you to choose not to be a gossiper or whatever, but ultimately it's up to you to choose what's right for you. So you're not the police of anybody else. You're not there to ruin anybody's good time. But if you're in a situation where you're wondering, where is righteousness in this situation? Why am I here? Even if I'm around people who are typically on the right path, if there's something that doesn't rest well with you, you're not wrong to excuse yourself from that situation. And if your friends are really your friends, they're not gonna judge you or make fun of you. They might ask clarifying questions or even questions of like, why'd you do that? Which is a clarifying question, but they might poke and prod into why you made that decision. You can choose to tell them, or you can just be like, oh yeah, I wasn't comfortable in that situation or whatever. And you don't have to judge them. You don't have to like throw shade at what their decision was, but you also don't have to compromise what you stand for, what you believe in, because other people are. It is not an easy decision to make, and it's not something you should take lightly. But once you find that in yourself, you find that piece of yourself, like, okay, this is my standard and I will not deviate from this, it's kind of relieving because you've learned something more about yourself. And like the Know Yourself Journal, it tries to help you build up to that point to be able to articulate that. So if you're looking for a tool to help you do that, Friendeavor's got you covered. Ultimately, like I said, it is also, I wonder how many times I said ultimately in this video. If anybody wants to count and comment down below, I'd love to know. Anyways, ultimately it's up to you to analyze the situation. It doesn't have to be every time. It's only when you feel like that like little twinge, like you're going around, whatever, somebody says something, you go somewhere, whatever, and it's kind of like where's the righteousness in this? Can I help to steer it back towards righteousness? Can I help to steer it back to where it needs to be? Or is this something that I'm not going to be productive in and I need to remove myself from the situation? And if your friends are judgmental and weird about it, there's not really anything you can do. If you're worried about it like preemptively, you could talk to them, pull one of them aside, be like, hey, this is what I'm feeling, just kind of let you know, like, I would appreciate if you don't back me up, at least don't jump in with the other people. Your friends are going to hear you, they're going to listen to you, and if not, then that's a conversation you need to have in your friendship and see how that affects how you grow together. We just hit 300 followers on Instagram. That is so insane to me. If you are not one of those followers, check it out at Friendeavor on Instagram, and the link for the survey is in that bio. We are doing it. I've ordered the materials to have a giveaway really soon. So if you're not already following, add to that number, subscribe here so we can grow this one as well. This is obviously our primary channel of teaching and development and all that stuff. So if you would subscribe, it would mean the world to me. Friendship is a journey. It's an endeavor. Don't forget to shine. I'll see you next time on Friendeavor.